All right, man. Back and back and back and back and back again. Rolling out artist interviews. We are here joined by a living legend today, one of St. Louis' finest, man. I like the way they do it right. All right, third, Mr. Lottery himself. We got Chingy in the building. Chingy, how you feeling? Once again, because this ain't the first time we spoke, but how you feeling again?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you feeling? I'm great. It's beautiful. Life is
Man,
good, man. New beginnings.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. New beginnings, new beginnings. The new single coming up. That John hard as well. That John hard
Right.
as well.
Hold on, I
And,
appreciate
and you guys are on you guys just like St. Louis, like you guys like are in the forefront again. Thanks to the guys like the Sminos and thanks to the artists like obviously Sexy is kind of like at the top of rap right now. And she never takes a moment to like not mention y'all.
it.
She doesn't miss a moment to mention y'all. I don't think Smino misses a moment to mention you and Nelly and stuff like that. So just first of all, how you feel about this resurgence of St. Louis kind of like picking it
Um,
up where you guys left it off?
I feel about resurgence. I feel like a resurgence. I don't maybe I don't know if I'm gonna call it that because see, people like Nelly and me always been around. Now they're newer artists. You know what I mean? And they're on, what I'm saying, they're in the public's eye in a big way right now with Sexy Red and Smino doing his thing. But me and Neil, we still here. We still making music. We still doing what we love to do, and we still hold it down. You know what I'm saying? And the legacy, far as I go, with 20 years of Jackpot, like last year was my 20th anniversary of Jackpot, and that's just a legendary album. And I believe Nail had the same some years, a couple years ago as well. And we always holding it down. So it's St. Louis always been around. It's just about it's just about when certain acts get their chance. And Smino and Sexy Red got their chance. And it's a lot of other talent here that's deserving of a chance as well. You know what I mean? It's just when certain artists get highlighted, it brings a little more attention to the city, but the attention never left because people like Nail, people like me, and other artists stamped that. So the attention never left. It's always been her. But they expect the artist to always be on the forefront and on Billboard and radio records on the radio. But we've been set that.
Right, right. No, 100%, 100%. And but even kind of like going back to that when you're saying that because like you said, Nelly, he still was on Billboard and everything like that for all the years. It was just
Yeah,
different genre.
yeah,
you know,
man.
he,
And
he,
when
he
you
doing. Yeah, go
with
ahead.
individuals like a Nelly, like a me, and we like to make. Well, I know I like to make universal music for everybody to like. When I made Right There and these records like One Call Away Holiday and all that, I didn't have a specific people or anything in mind. I was making good music for everybody to listen to. But being that this business is categorize everything. But I think people need to understand what they call pop music is just popular music. That's all it is. It's popular music, but they always got to categorize things and put things in groups, and segregate things. I make music for everybody to listen to. I don't discriminate on that end.
You said something right there with pop. I want to ask you because like it's always a discussion, and it might be a hot button thing right now. Just a heads up, but it has been a discussion in hip hop and rap for like the
Mhm.
last maybe 6 years at least on the
What's
low end. Drake. It you look at Drake as a pop artist or a rapper.
I look at Drake as a universal artist. I don't put him in a group. He's a universal artist. He makes music for everybody. Whatever type of music you like, he probably can make it. And we have to stop limiting people and putting them in a box. Drake don't have to just make rap music or hip hop music or reggaeton music or pop music, like whatever we want to call it. He's a universal artist. He can make all type of music for all type of people, and that's just what it is. And I see myself as that way as well. You know what I mean? We got to stop limiting the talents of people. because we want to just say, "Oh, okay, you make rap music, you stick over here." No, it ain't. That's not what it's about. This existence is broad. It's for everybody. So we make the music we like. If whatever it is I want to make, I'm gonna make. Whether it's so-called country music, whether it's so-called pop, hip hop, rap, whatever, world music. If I'm feeling it, I'm gonna make it.
Like you say, you and Nelly, like I was saying, like both of y'all, like just branching out to those different genres and different sounds and everything like that.
We
Since
didn't.
that
We
initial,
didn't try to. We didn't see. This is what people got to understand. We wasn't trying to do that. We was making good music that we felt was good, and that's it. Just went these ways. Like I remember when they told me when I put out right there, they said it crossed over and pop just like that because they gravitated to it too, just as well as urban. So that's not something I was trying to do. I was just making music for people to like. That's it.
is right there a curse?
I think I can.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I
Can you hear me
didn't
now?
get that. Could you try again?
Oh,
Oh
oops, oops,
goodness.
oops. All right. Hold on. We're gonna run that back.
Little,
Rewind.
little Siri came and messed things up.
Yeah, you can hear me now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I asked you, is right there a curse?
Is right there a curse? What you mean when you say that?
A crutch. Like Jermaine Dupri says, he has a set of records that he feels are crutch records. Like anytime he walks into a club, they play
Oh, you
"Welcome to
said a
Atlanta,"
clutch.
and the song. Yeah, well, I said a curse. I said a curse.
A curse. I can't say right there is a curse. I just think it's timeless classic music that people enjoy, and you throw it on, and people, if you dance and you like to dance, that's a good record to have a party and dance to.
So, but like you said, when you said people trying to put me in a box, categorize you, right? Like as the St.
I
Louis
was
rap.
speaking in general.
Okay.
Just when it comes to like Drake or me or whoever, we can make all type of music. We don't have to be limited. People always want to limit you to just this thing. When nah, I'm I have free will. Don't limit me. I can make whatever I want to make. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. But it's kind of like a thing that reminds me of like there's a lot of artists. Like I would say even like specifically the first person I'm thinking of is Joe Budden, right? Joe Budden, Pump It Up goes crazy. He wasn't trying to make it go that crazy. Um,
Mm.
and it was a case of like people look at like the rest of his career, which was a great career, but they're looking at it like, oh, you failed at rap, and it's like Joe Budden had an amazing like underground, you know
Well,
what I mean? Like, go ahead.
I think, but these people are only viewing the highlight of his career, which is the big single. They not looking at anything else. And another thing that goes with that is that record was on radio, on TV. You heard that all the time. And this is most likely when he had the record deal. So when you have record deals, as people, what outsiders looking in need to understand is when you have record deals, 9 times out of 10, these record company owners also have stake in the telecommunications. So what you see is that records playing all over the radio, video all over TV, and so this artist is getting that recognition is big. Once you don't have the record deal and you're independent, you see certain things stop. But that's when you have to support the independent artist because now that independent artist is working very hard and he doesn't get the big perks as like he when he's with the record label. So that means you got to support him a little more now than ever. And nine
Yeah.
times out of 10, that's what they saw with Joe Budden and seen with a lot of people, including myself, when you don't have a record deal.
No, it's exactly like Foggy Ross said this. Foggy Ross, an artist from the DMV area from Maryland, and he said this on off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. I quote this a lot, especially with independent artists and stuff. Of just like he says, like people always comment, "Oh, he's so underrated. He's so underrated." It's like your favorite artists aren't underrated; they're just independent.
That's
They're
true.
just independent. They're not underrated. They're
Yeah.
just independent. So I guess I just want to ask you, when you've seen this independent movement, um, there's so many artists you can go down the list of, but I think the one that kind of always sticks off the top of my mind for this generation is Dolph. Uh, God rest his
All right,
soul.
rest in paradise,
He,
off.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Just how do you feel about that entire movement of you guys, the artists, really taking back control and
Well,
yeah, taking back control.
how I feel about artists taking back control. Well, it all starts with the artist. You know what I mean? But if you if a lot of artists don't have the capital, that's when you're just doing it and trying to get out there to reach the record deal. You got some artists who already have the capital that can fund themselves and that don't mind funding themselves. And so that's when they take on they have all the power. Now the record labels see that they moving and how they ship moving. Now you have to negotiate with that artist. And so it's best for the artist because you can either negotiate and make the terms how you want to make them, or you can say, no, I don't need the record label. I'm already making great money. I can do this myself. I'm going to keep it going like this. You know what I mean? And so it all depends on where you at in your situation. 9 times out of 10, a lot of artists who don't have the capital to promote themselves and get their singles out there and everything, them they're mostly the ones that benefit from a record label, I guess, until they make enough money to where they can say, you know what, now I can fund my own stuff.
Right, no, 100%. And even going along the lines of that, Tinashe, on the R&B side of things, she's independent now. She left RCA a couple of years ago, and she was doing an interview. I forgot who it was with, but it just came out, and she said after touring, she loses a couple 100,000 because she's got to pay the
Yeah,
people who load the docks and daughter docks and the dancers and the singers and the
and I
go
believe
ahead.
360 deals now, where the
Mm.
labels is getting a piece of all that. It didn't used to be that way. Label didn't used to get a piece of your merch. Label didn't used to get a piece of your show. Label didn't used to get a piece of these things, but now they're getting a piece of these things, so that definitely subtracts from what you gross.
And it's ironic that you say that because it's like kind of like the thing that's going on in the I hate to bring up negative stuff, but we're gonna get back to the positive everything like that in a second.
Oh,
But in the rap beef, in the back and forth with Drake and Kendrick, Drake's response was mostly like, "Yo, Kendrick, you got to give Top Top from Top Dog Entertainment, you got to give him 50% of whatever you do." And that was such like a kind of like Drake's main kind of shot at Kendrick and stuff like that. And it's like,
I think all of those. I think and I don't judge any of them individuals in that beef and who's back and forth. But when I look at it, from me looking at what's going on, what I see is a lot of guys who are very successful. That's grown men, and I don't see why any of them are talking about the next. It don't make sense to me. Everybody's doing what they love to do. Um, we all know what comes from things like this. I guess nobody learned from Tupac and Biggie and so many other artists. And this is not. I'm not talking about Drake or Kendrick or none of them. I like those guys. Them guys are. I'm inspired by them and their journey. But I think everybody grown, and I think this is, I think it's we need to get over this silliness about who nuts is bigger, who got who got this, and who got that. Who cares? Everybody's successful. Everybody doing what they love to do. Everybody feeding their children, take care of their children, take care of themselves, their mothers, or whatever the case may be. Man, live your life. Is life too short?
yeah, 100%. That's something that was similar to what Donald Glover said last night. Donald Glover was talking about it, and he was like, "Man, like we're all grown. If Kid Cudi has a problem with me, man, he can just call me. We can just call, talk it out on the phone, and things like that." And then he was also saying, just like it's also a silly thing for us at this age of growing up and stuff to be like worrying about this because like in real beef, like you said, what happens like
I
in
mean,
real beef in real life and
where
stuff like
I
that.
come from and what it's about where I come from, when when situations like this, you talking about my mom and me on the record. When I see you, what time is it? That's what time it is. But see, how you weave out the fakes is who do all this stuff, and when they see each other and they think it's okay, it's cool. Those the fake people you have to watch out for. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it don't make sense, man. Everybody getting paid, everybody successful. We grown, man. Who gives a? Who cares about all that? Make money, do what you got to do. Like I said, life is just too short, man. Just it's silly.
How'd you feel about Cole bowing out and apologizing and
He,
everything like that and saying it wasn't right for his speech?
I seen how I feel about that. I seen a lot of people discrediting Cole, said he shouldn't apologize, this and that. Man, maybe J. Cole just seen the future of it and said it ain't worth it.
Because it's getting ugly, man. Like you say, it's getting
And
it because
I don't
yeah.
think he was doing it from a standpoint of he's a punk. I don't think he was doing it from a standpoint of he's scared. I think he was doing it from a standpoint of this is silly. What we all are doing is silly. And I actually put myself in it by dissing him and doing all that. And I'm gonna apologize because all of this is silly and I'm gonna back out of it. So it
No,
looks to me that J. Cole is the smarter one and the more mature one, if you ask me. And I'm not saying all the other guys immature. I'm just saying he noticed he was feeding into that. And he said, you know what? I don't even want no parts of none of this. So I'm gonna apologize because he said some stuff, you know what I mean? And I think he just was the bigger man.
no, 100%. And he's also, you see the reaction and you see just in real time how we as a public are prisoners of the moment. Because last week, like you said, most people was like, "Oh man, Cole, I ain't even gonna lie, Chingy, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you." I was one of them. I was like, "Oh man, Cole, like you've been going around calling yourself the best rapper, and then you back down." And then I see what they're talking about now in these response records and Rick Ross, and I'm like, "Oh no, they're talking about like you said, baby mamas and wives and
It's getting
mamas and
stupid. It's
nope,
dumb. You know what I'm
because
saying?
once you cross that line, there's no turning back."
Yeah, man. So and then people try to come back from that and really be friends and be cool. And it's like sometimes, they may become cool, but sometimes that don't work. And it just sours a situation, sours a relationship. You know what I mean? So it's all stupid, man. Especially when people are successful. These dudes are successful. They don't have to do that. And then what about the little young guys who look up to them that's watching? They gonna think that that's cool. We could do that too.
Chingy, how important is mentorship and the bridging of what I'm saying these generations? Because
Well,
I feel like the game that you give in is like go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. You see what's going on with them, right? With the hip hop, them dissing each other. Well, I
Right.
got a book, an ebook that I just finished called Conscious Creation to Manifestation that I wrote for kids 7 and up on how to use these 5 principles to manifest and materialize. So it's thought, projection, action, materialization of that ideal, and how to reprogram your subconscious mind to actually take action and materialize all of those ideas of what you want to do. Do you think this is gonna get promoted more than Rick Ross and Drake beef? Me,
Ooh.
me actually trying to help people through conscious creation to manifestation? No. But this is what I'm doing. This is
Wait,
what I'm doing. I like to inspire and encourage, but that's never gonna beat chaos.
100%. But I think a conversation like this, where it started with speaking about that, hooks the people in, and then you can slide in, like you said, what you
Yeah.
just the ebook you put out, and then it goes to the
It's coming
positivity,
out.
and
It ain't
that's how
out
you get the
yet.
people's attention with the positivity. Go
It
ahead.
ain't out yet. It's coming out though. They'll
Okay,
know.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Coming out, on the way, on the way.
It's like a
Uh,
6 lesson course, but it's an ebook, but it's like a 6 lesson course with me telling them how to go about it, how to apply applications and different ways to go about it. So, it's pretty cool, man.
100%. And salute
And
to
it's an
you
audio
for
book as well. It's
okay.
an audio book.
And salute to you for putting that out and everything like that. And congratulations in advance.
Right.
If you want to hop back on, what I'm saying, rolling out
Oh,
just to promote
anytime.
that solely once it's out, you know
Yeah.
where to find us. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then salute to D1 as well, also promoting this message and kind of like just staying on that path of positivity and like, yo, we have to make this shift in hip hop.
And I actually, and I'm gonna put this in there too. I have my own fragrance for men and women. The men's fragrance is called Catch. The women's fragrance is called Caught. I'm gonna be putting it on my site, chingy369.com, in a minute for people to purchase. I'm just waiting on the last little tweaks. And yes, it's great, man. It's great. People love it. Women love it. The men, every time I got my cologne on and I go somewhere, the women be like, "You smell so good." You dig? And so it's just it's just a catalyst for the men. You know, you want to feel good, you want to look good, but you want to smell good. They all go together. And the same for the ladies. And that's why I created one for the ladies called Caught. But but check this out. Us as men, when we going out and we single, what we doing when we go out? We trying to catch.
Right? Facts.
Women, they trying to get caught
Facts.
by Chingy. And it just sounds good. You dig what I'm saying?
See, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Man, there's a couple things. All right. I'll go with this, but before we go with, like what you say, what you have coming up on the 21st, I want to ask you about one of my favorite interviews probably ever is you and Nardwar. Like
Yeah,
just
2000.
yes sir, yes sir. Like what do you remember about that interview? And like
Nothing. I
ah!
just remember, no, I remember us having an interview and talking. I can't remember what I was saying, or I can't remember really what was said.
Yeah. Well, it was just one of those like
That was literally like 20 years ago.
no, 100%,
Yeah,
100%. But it
but
was one of those
he's
like
a cool dude.
wholesome kind of interactions. You know what I'm saying? RR is giving you a bunch of gifts.
Yeah, no, he's a
Like
cool dude.
you got like it was just what I mean. Like it's just one of those when you look at it, you can't help but to smile.
No, he was a cool dude, and I appreciated him. It was fun. I know that it was a fun interview, and I appreciated it. Yeah,
Uh, like what makes Narvar like so special? Like as a journalist, as a reporter.
I think just him being joyful, a joyful individual, happy, outgoing, smile, likes to have make things fun. And so that when you project that out, somebody that may be having a bad day or sad or whatever, you can get them back excited and joyful. And so when you bring that type of energy.
100%, 100%. Well, Chingy, like I said, uh, we started this off the last one, the last take on the TV one. So you have TV one unsung special coming out. Um, so I'm gonna ask you again, man. Just how does it feel to receive those flowers while you can still smell them? And what was it kind of like to tell your story?
How does it feel to receive those flowers and be on TV One Unsung? Well, that's a show I've always watched since it came out. I've always wanted to be on that show. I've watched many people from Temptations to Tina Marie, Rick James, May they rest in paradise. And real, I used to hang out with Rick James and Tina Marie in Atlanta. They used to come pick me up from my hotel and we'll go out. And I remember one time we was going inside this club, and this girl said something to Rick James, and he said, "Chingy." He said, "Chingy, she must not know who I am." And I said, "This Rick James, bitch." Hey man, that was legendary. I mean, I used to hang out with them. They were some of the greatest people. Like
That's a random link. How did that even happen? Like, how did that friendship even come about?
just bumping into them, and they kids liking me, just bumping into them, and they kids liking me. Me having drinks with them, and us just communicating, and we became friends. Like I used to talk to Tina Marie on the phone, and Rick James too. Like for real, we just became friends. But may they rest in paradise. But I used to watch all the unsungs, man, and for me to have my own, it's like a dream come true because I always wanted to be on there. And yeah, man. So I'm on there, and it's just going through my trials and tribulations, ups and downs, obstacles in my career, and trying to get in that business, and as well as the good. So I think all the people, the fans, and everybody, they're gonna appreciate it when they see it. April 21st, and New Beginnings. My singles dropping April 19th, and I mean, yeah, and catch for men, caught for women. My fragrance is coming soon on my site, chingy369.com. You know, man, it's a beautiful thing. You know,
And
so I
the
appreciate
ebook slash
you.
audio book.
And my ebook, Conscious Creation to Manifestation, as well as it's an audio book. That's going to be on my site as well, chingy369.com. And man, life is short. So love and light and just trying to live and get things done and just live, man, be humble and appreciate existence. Because once you on that deathbed, can you actually say you lived before you transition? I can say I lived. So, you know, that's important to me.
Chingy, we appreciate the time so much. This has been just a treat for me. Your energy, like you said, just I don't know, high vibrational conversations.
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate it, and I don't know, just like the kid in me too is just very excited. I got to interview Chingy just to keep it
Hey, man,
a
listen, let me tell you something. I appreciate that. That's what, you could not care. You could just interview me and be like, whatever. But I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. That's what it's about.
No, 100%, 100%, man. You are, like I said at the beginning of the interview, a true walking legend, one of the goats, one of the Midwestern goats. When people think of St. Louis, if you had to give me three things of St. Louis, maybe four things. I'll say the Arch, Albert Pujols, you and Nelly.
I mean, especially when it comes to entertainment,
Yeah,
you gotta
entertainment.
mention. You have to mention that it's
Yeah.
not because we changed the trajectory in music and hip hop and all that when we came out. We gave it something special and different. We really did. You know what I'm saying? And so it has to be there. But a lot of people downplay it, being that we from the Midwest and everything. A lot of people try to downplay it, but they can't. You can downplay it, but it exists. It's written in history. You dig what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
And you still see it today. Like I said, like there is no Smino, there is no Sexy Red without y'all laying the
Yeah.
blueprint. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you so much, and thank you for stopping by, rolling out.
No
Y'all make
problem.
sure y'all check out Unsung on April 21st. Chingy in the building. Where can people find you on social media? I know you shouted
Um,
out the website, but where can find you on social media?
IG, Instagram at Chingy, TikTok at Chingy, Facebook Howard Chingy Bailey. Hit my Spotify up, get the previous music as well as new music. YouTube Chingy369, and hit up my website because I'm gonna be dropping them fragrances for men and women. Catching call Chingy369.com. Yeah, so look out for that. Look out for the book, the ebook, and the audio book, Conscious Creation to Manifestation. And yeah, man, I got my clothing line too, 9 Ether. This ain't the hat, but one of my hats. But 9 Ether, there. I say 9 Ether. So, but it's Ether, but it's there. And so look out for that. I'm gonna be dropping some nice garments and stuff from that. And man, just working. So that's where y'all can find me.
All right, Chingy, we appreciate the time so much. I'm Rashad Milligan, as always. And until next time, please take care of yourselves.
Peace and love.